Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh,
How are you doing?
good. How are you, Annie?
Hello. Hello. I'm good, thank you. I'm trying to get Sandra in, but I think she has something wrong with the. Hello, Jackie. It worked. I saw you try it on Facebook. Today we're going to practice our first class of the new theme, and the theme is the ways we love. So there's a lot coming up this month. All of it also is connected to the yamas. And if you have studied yoga before, you know about the yamas and niyamas. The niyamas have everything to do with the self, and the yamas have everything to do with our relationships and communication. And they're also called social ethics. In our world, let's say our world, we can translate them to our values and our morals. So that's just a quick introduction. All of this month we'll dive into it more. But today we're going to practice yoga for abundance. Before we start, what does abundance mean? Any ideas? Because we hear and we see it all the time, especially when we speak about yogic topics. Practice abundance. What does it mean? Anka, do you know? We're going to
A
speak
lot.
about it tomorrow. A lot, exactly.
Should I go? I mean, Roberta answered it. Like, in my opinion, it's just plenty of things.
Mhm.
Like,
Exactly. It means a lot or more than enough. And in yoga, this refers to the fact that being with yourself and everything that you have already should be enough. We shouldn't be always striving for more or better or greater or more beautiful, because these are things that we compare with others. We believe that we have to achieve certain things to be seen or to be respected, but really it starts with the self and understanding that you as a person are enough. So that's what we're going to focus on. There's a lot of heart opening and a lot of back bend. Does anyone have any injuries or feel uncomfortable today in any way? It's important today. No? Amazing. Then we're going to start. And we're going to start in Savasana. In Savasana, we're going to lay flat on our backs and make that like it's normally the ending pose, but that's what we're going to start in today. When you're in your Savasana, start to first of all deepen your breath. Just take a moment to notice how you feel in the body. Notice where your breath is. Might be that you came to class in a little bit of a rush. Might be that you came just after you finished work. You really haven't had time yet to just check in with yourself. So take a moment, observe the breath, and observe your mind. What does abundance mean to you? A very short and literal translation would be more than enough. But what is enough? What do you really need? And what have you told yourself or made yourself believe that you need? In yoga, when we speak about abundance, we often like to think of having more than enough love, more than enough peace, more than enough ease, being happy simply with the things we already have, the things that we're born with, and our basic needs. Ask yourself if you maybe are striving for more than you actually need. And how this practice can help you to let go of that thought or belief. Take one deep breath in. Exhale out. Now with your lower back and your shoulders on the mat, hug the knees towards the chest. Take them as close to the chest as possible. And give yourself a big hug, swaying from side to side. Maybe even telling yourself, I am enough. And that sentence or that affirmation for me has changed a lot. First, just giving myself more confidence. And now meaning that I have enough and I don't need any more than I already have. So whatever it means to you, whatever meaning is comfortable to you, tell yourself that you're enough. And try to really believe it. Let go of your knees, hug the right knee into the chest, straighten the left leg in front of you, and hover the heel above the floor. Take some foot circles. And when you're ready, lift the left leg, bend the knee, make sure that the foot is in line with the knee, the hip in line with the knee as well. Grab the right ankle, place it on top of the left knee, interlace your hands behind the right thigh, behind the left thigh, and push the knee away from you. Keep your feet active so they're either pointing up or pointing towards the front. And on an exhale, pull the left thigh into the chest. Feel the hips opening. And if you like, you can pulse or maybe find a little sway. You'll see that on every exhale, the thigh comes in a little bit further. But take it easy as we're still warming up and easing into the practice. Inhale. And on your exhale, slowly release. Hug both knees into the chest and switch sides. Hug the left knee, straighten the right leg in front of you. And take some foot circles to start with. Going one way and then the other. Slide the right leg all the way up. Make sure when you bend your knee, the knee is in line with the hip and your foot in line with the knee. Grab the left ankle, Place it on top of the right knee and interlace your hands behind the right thigh. Inhale here. And on an exhale, pull the thigh closer. Activate your toes, so pointing up or pointing forward. And make sure that the lower back and the shoulders are still on the mat. We're not coming up and we don't have a hollow spine. So make sure that it's all in one straight line. On an exhale, pull the thigh even closer. And keep breathing, enjoying the hip opening. Maybe even a stretch in the side or the back of your leg. Keep breathing. On an exhale, slowly release. Hug both knees into the chest and find a sway from side to side. And then hug the right knee into the chest again. Straighten the left leg out long and come into your supine twist, rolling over to the left. Take the knee over to the left, right arm in line with the shoulder. And find an easy twist. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. On your exhale, come back to center. Switch sides, left leg into the chest and up and over to your right. Left arm in line with the shoulder. And again, keep your shoulders on the mat. When we spread our arms, we often want to come up. We want to keep the shoulders as close to the mat as possible. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, come back to center. Hug the knees in one last time. This time, maybe even take the shoulders off the mat and bring the head towards the knees. On an exhale, release. Straighten the legs and roll over to your belly. Bring the forehead on the mat. Hands next to your chest. On an inhale, lift your head, come into cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale. Bring the hands a little bit to the side or just outside of the mat. And come back to your cobra. If you want even more, take a wide cobra, arms all the way wide. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale down. Place the hands next to your chest again. Pull yourself up and come to sit on your heels in child's pose. Lay the arms out long in front of you. Maybe grab the hands and pull them together overhead. Now let's take a few deep breaths in. Long breaths out, remembering why you're here. Remembering your intention. Maybe even defining the word abundance or putting it in your own words. Stay in your child's pose. Just keep breathing. And on your next inhale, lift your head. Bring the fingertips on the mat and walk the hands over in line with the right knee. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bring it down. Place the left hand on top of the right if you like, and enjoy a bigger stretch in the left side body. You can keep your hands next to each other if it's too much. Wherever you are, keep breathing. If you want to experiment with a bind, you can also take the right arm all the way along the spine to the inside of the left thigh. On an exhale, come out. Bring your fingers on the mat or in front of you and walk them all the way back, all the way through center, straight away over to the left side. Bring the hands in line with the shoulder, with the knee. Inhale, find length. And on an exhale, release. Bring the right hands on top of the left. And stay here. Again, if it's too much, bring your hands together. If you want even more, take a bind. Left hand to the inside of the right thigh. Stay there, keep breathing. And I'll be walking to the screen just to check upon you guys. On your next exhale, slowly release the bind if you had it. Look up and walk your hands all the way back to center. Spread the fingers wide. Activate your elbows and your shoulders. Lift yourself back up and come to all fours. Knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Keep your core active. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your head. Exhale, round the spine, look down. 2 more. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale, round the spine. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Bring the arms out long in front of you. Tuck your toes. Push the hips back to the heels. Lift the knees and pull yourself up into down dog. Bring the feet towards the mat and walk your dog, bending your knees. Staying strong in the upper body. And still finding some movement. Noticing how you feel here today. Because this is a pose that we do in almost every yoga practice. But it feels different every time. So be curious and find something new here. When you're ready, come to stillness. Push the hips up high. Keep your knees bent if you need to. Staying strong in the arms, shoulders away from the ears. Now on your next inhale, look forward. Bend the knees and walk your feet towards the hands. Bring the fingertips on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your bum, your spine, the neck and head in one straight line. So we are not up like in cat pose. Everything is in one line. Exhale, release. Let's do it 2 more times. This time, hands on your shins. Halfway lift. Make sure you're in one straight line. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands on your thighs. Halfway lift. Exhale, release. Bend the knees, circle the arms up high. Tadasana. And mountain pose. Excellent. Bend the knees, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, strike through center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, bring it down, hands on the mat. Bring the feet together, step the right foot back, come into low lunge. Drop the knee, untap the toe. Inhale, lift the upper body, arms up. Front knee in line with the ankle and the back knee in line with the hip. Inhale, lift your arms. Interlace your hands behind the head. Open the chest, stay up straight. And on an exhale, drop your chin and bring the elbows together. So the back and your spine, your neck is the only thing that's bending. Your spine is in line with your bum. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, close and look down. You'll feel a big stretch along the right side. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open up. Lift the arms up high. And on an exhale, bring the front foot, tuck the toes, lift the knee, step into plank. From here, hinge the shoulders over the wrist, drop the knees, your bum, shoulders and spine in one line again. Through the elbows and come down as slow as possible. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift into cobra. Exhale, bring it down. Tap the toes, lift the knees, push into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, downward dog. Bend the knees, look forward. Jump the feet between the hands. Inhale, your version, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cut through center. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bring it down. Place your hands on the mat, step the left foot back. Drop the knee, untap the toes. Lift the arms up high, front knee in line with the ankle, and the back knee in line with your hip. Keep the shoulders low while you lift the arms. Interlace your hands, bring it behind the head. Inhale, open. And exhale, drop your head. Bring the elbows together. Inhale, open up. Exhale, drop it. Inhale, lift. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale down. Inhale, open. Lift the arms. Exhale, frame the front foot. Lift the back knee and step into plank. Hinge forward, drop the knees. Make sure that the bum, the shoulders, and your spine are in one line. Bend your elbows, keep them super close to the side body, and slowly bring yourself down. Inhale, lift into cobra, maybe a bit higher this time. Exhale down. Tuck your toes, lift the knees, push into plank. Inhale, downward dog. Step your feet together, and on an inhale, lift the right leg up high. Stay strong in the arms. Inhale here. Keep your hip bones in one line, so we're not opening up. Then bend the knee, bring the knee to your nose, and step the foot between your hands. Find your alignment, so your front knee is in line with the ankle, your back leg is super active. On an inhale, find your balance and lift. Bend the back knee and push your heel back. Your bum and your hips, shoulders are in line. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest. So we're pushing the chest all the way forwards while we pull the shoulders backwards. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, push the chest forward, bend the elbows. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale, frame the front foot. Step into plank. If you like and you know what to do, you can take your own chaturanga. Otherwise, repeat what I'm doing. So hinge the shoulders over the wrists. Bend, bring the knees to the mat. One straight line, look forward. Bend the elbows super close to the side body. Roll the shoulders back in cobra. Exhale down. Tuck the toes, push into plank, downward dog. Bring the right foot to the center of the mat, lift the left leg up high. Again, make sure we're not opening. Your legs are in one straight line. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, get ready. On your exhale, bend the knee, bring the knee to your nose. Step the foot between the hands. Find your alignment. Front knee in line with the ankle and your back knee active. On an inhale, lift the arms, bend the back knee and push the heel back. Inhale. Exhale, push the chest forward, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift. And exhale, repeat. Keep going. Inhale. And exhale. Take in 3. Beautiful. You're back in your high lunge. Frame the front foot. Step into plank. And your way to chaturanga. You know what to do. Bring the shoulders over the wrist. If you like, you can keep your knees high. I'm going to do it with my knees low for those that are not familiar with it yet. So we're staying here, bend the elbows and push the shoulders back, lift into cobra. Exhale, bring it down, push into plank and downward dog. 3 breaths here. And when you're here, really spread the fingers wide, ground through the feet. The hips up high, shoulders away from the hips. Keep breathing. Beautiful, guys. Maybe think back to your intention or the reason you're here for. What does abundance mean to you? And is there something maybe that you can let go of? Something that you thought you need, but don't actually. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up high. Bend the knee, and this time open the hip. Inhale. On an exhale, turn to center, knee to nose. Place a foot between the hands, back foot, 45-degree angle. On an inhale, lift your arms up, warrior one. Front knee in line with the ankle, super active in your back leg. Your arms up high, shoulders low, and your hips in line with the shoulders. If you are used to just squeezing your toes, relax the toes as well and try and lift them up if you can. You want to stay as relaxed and grounded as possible, not as if we're cramping on, holding on to something. Inhale here. And exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale again. Inhale. This time you can face towards the left. Warrior two. Widen your stand if you like. Bring your back foot on a 90-degree angle. Make sure that the front knee still is in line with the front ankle. Arms out in a T, shoulders low. Inhale here. And exhale. Reach forward. Flip the front palm. Drop the back hands and take the arm overhead. Inhale. And exhale. Arms into a T. Straighten the front leg. Reach forward. Drop into triangle. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the front knee. Roll over. Come onto the toes of the left foot and lift the right arm up high. Side angle. Inhale. And exhale. Frame the front foot. Step into plank. Your version. Knees up high or knees on the mat. Chaturanga. Lift into cobra. Or up dog. Exhale. Plank and downward dog. One breath here. On your inhale, lift the left leg up high. On an exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale. And exhale, turn to center. Bring the knee to your nose. Step the foot between the hands. Back foot on a 45-degree angle. And on an inhale, lift the arms up high. Front knee in line with the ankle. Strong through the back leg. Hips in line with the shoulders. And in warrior one, we really want to keep the hips pointing forward. In warrior two, we're opening up. But warrior one is still focused towards the front. If you need a little help, bring your back foot more towards the front, so on a 45-degree angle rather than 90. Lift the arms up high, keep your shoulders low. And when you're ready on an exhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows and open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bend and open. Inhale. On your exhale, open up. Warrior two. Bring your back foot further out, but not as if it's ready for goddess pose, 90 degrees. Arms into a T. Look past the front middle finger. On your inhale, reach forward, flip the front palm, and drop back into peaceful warrior. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, bump the hips backwards, Reach forward and drop into triangle. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the front knee. Drop the right arm. Place it next to your left foot. Come onto the toes of the right foot and lift the left arm up high. Side angle. Breathe in. On your exhale, release. Your way to Chaturanga. So step into plank, knees up high or knees on the mat. So there's no right, there's no wrong, there's no competition most of all. Do what's right for you and what works for you today. Come into Cobra or Up Dog. Push into plank, Downward Dog. Take one breath here. And when you're ready, step the feet towards the outsides of the mat. So your legs are pretty wide apart here. Inhale. And exhale, sigh out. Inhale. And on your exhale, look forward. Bend the knees. Bring the knees together as far as possible. And drop the knees on the mat. You now have your feet towards the outside of the mat. And we're going to place the feet flat on the mat and sit between them. So you're ending up in hero pose. So for those that missed it, we're in downward dog, where legs are wide. We're bringing the knees down together and sit between the feet. You will end up sitting like this. You can't see it because of the colors. But you're sitting in between your feet. If this is too much, because it might be too much, we can take one leg out in front of us. Right? Try to bring your foot as close to you as possible and sit up straight. Bring the arms behind you, bend the elbows, and stay here if this is too much or this is just right. If you want more, I'm going to bring my feet towards my hips again. If you want more, you can bring the elbows down, but instead of just chilling here like we're at the beach, watching the waves, we really want to keep the chest open. So the shoulders are more towards each other, away from the ears, and we're pushing through the elbows. The hands are quite relaxed actually. And open the chest. Keep breathing. Maybe drop your head back. Find what's comfortable. Like all of these suggestions, it really is important to find your own way and find what feels right for you today. Wherever you are, really keep pushing through the elbows, so the shoulders are away from the ears, and really opening the chest. If you have one leg out in front of you, come back the way you came, and then switch legs. If you have both feet next to your side, you can stay here. Don't forget to breathe. And if your head back is too much, just lift your head again. Really opening the chest. I'm going to give you 2 more breaths. Now wherever you are, place your hands on the mat. Slowly lift the elbows and come all the way back up. Straighten the legs in front of you. Come to sit in the middle. Place your hands behind you with your fingertips facing your bum. And when you're ready, lift yourself up and bring the toes towards the mat. Lift your hips up as high as possible. Open the shoulders, chest away from the ears. Maybe drop your head back. Come into an upside down plank. Keep breathing wherever you are. We're not going to stay here long. Inhale. And on an exhale, super slow, super slow. With control, come all the way back. Beautiful, guys. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find length. Exhale, find your version of a seated forward fold. You keep your hands in your feet, on your ankles, and your shins. Maybe just on the mat, wherever is comfortable. Just taking a couple of breaths here. On your next inhale, lift your head. Slowly lift the upper body and come back up to a seat. Swing the legs to one side and come to sit on your heels. You probably know what's coming now. And if you're ready, straight away, bring yourself up, your hips in line with the knees. And if you have a blanket or you need something to support your knees because it's pretty heavy on the knees, please use it. Bring the feet in line with the knees so the feet are not close together. We're stable and grounded. Bring the fingers up towards maybe your sports bra or to the shoulder blades. If you like, you can bring the hands down. I don't really like it myself, and I've been told it different ways, but I'm not here to judge you. So if you like it better, bring your hands down. When you're ready, inhale. On an exhale, push the hips forward. Just the hips, nothing else. You will automatically find a bit of a back bend and feel that the weight is coming into your knees. If you feel that your knees are maybe in pain or it hurts, please use a blanket or put something underneath your knees. Doesn't mean that you're weak or that you're not good at yoga. Doesn't mean anything. It just means that it hurts and you need to do something about it. Inhale here. And exhale, come back slowly and come to sit on your heels. Let's take one breath in kneeling. Keep breathing. Take one more breath, maybe find a little sway. And when you're ready, come all the way back. Your feet in line with the knees. Bring the hands behind your back. On an exhale, push the hips forward. This time, focus on your elbows. Bring the elbows closer together. And when you push the elbows together, you will feel that your chest opens up more. So push the hips forward, elbows together. When you're here, maybe you can hinge back even further. Keep breathing. Inhale. And exhale, stay calm. If it's uncomfortable, just come back the way you came, taking it easy. Inhale. And exhale, slowly bring the hips back. Straighten yourself. And when you're in center, come back on your heels. Release the hands, place them on your knees or your thighs, and take a breath here. We're going to repeat one more time. And this time, find the variation that works for you. Like everyone is different, everybody is different. What I do is an example, and it's I keep repeating myself, but it's just so important to find what works in your body. So when you're ready, bring the hips in line with the knees. Straighten yourself, shoulders in line with the hips. Arms behind, fingers up or fingers down. When you're ready, on an exhale, push the hips forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push the elbows together. Like the chance is pretty small that they actually get together, unless you're very flexible in the shoulders. But it's just creating that sensation. Inhale again. Exhale, push the hips, lift yourself, open the chest, maybe drop the head. If you like, you can bring the hands to your heels and come into an expression of camel. Wherever you are, keep breathing, so important. If it's uncomfortable because your throat is opening up too much, just slowly bring yourself back up. You can still stay in this variation. Find what feels right. Stay strong in the thighs. Keep pushing the hips forward. Make sure that the shoulders are not coming up to your ears. And wherever you are, you can breathe. If you have your hands on your heels, slowly bring them back to your lower back. Bring the head up if you had it hanging. And slowly bring yourself all the way to center. Bring your hips on your heels. And keep your hands on your thighs. One breath. Let's say two. Because it might be that you're a bit dizzy, might feel like a strange or a new sensation in the neck or the back. Become aware of it. When you're ready, place the hands in front of you. Walk the knees back. Tuck the toes and come into your version of down dog. Bend your knees or bring the heels down. Up to you. Inhale here. And exhale completely. On your next inhale, let the right leg up high. Bend the knee, look underneath the right armpit. Inhale. And exhale, come onto the side of your left foot. Place the right foot behind you and lift yourself up into wild thing. Keep your hips up high and take your arm overhead. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, one last breath. And exhale, come back to center. Lengthen the right leg behind you and come back to your down dog. Other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up high. Exhale, bend the knee. Open the hip. Look underneath the left armpit. Inhale. And exhale, slide onto the outside of the right foot and place the left toes on the mat. Lift the hips, stay strong in the arm and take the left arm overhead. Maybe take a mudra or like the okay sign. Up to you, you can keep your hands open as well. Keep breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Prepare yourself to come back. And slowly roll over, coming back in your downward dog. Lift the left leg all the way up high. Take a big stretch. And place the left foot on the mat next to your right in downward dog. Back in downward dog. And again lifting the right leg up high. And then we bend the knee, bring the knee to our nose, the knee to the right wrist, and then the foot behind the left hand. Slide the left foot backwards and come into pigeon. Hands in front of you, first step. See if you can keep your thigh on the mat. If you need a block, just grab it and place it underneath your bum. Then place your elbows down and relax the head here. Or bring the arms all the way out long in front of you and relax the head on the mat. Find what you need. And with our head very close to the mat and our hips opening up, I love to take the time to reflect not only on our practice, but more the intention of the practice. You will now know the reason that you're here and what abundance means to you. But what in your mindset can you change to experience more abundance in your life? What in your mindset can you change to experience more abundance in your life? Slowly get ready to come up. Bringing your hands back on the mat. Tucking your toes, lifting the knee, finding a motion, activating your core, and lifting back up in three-legged dog. Step into down dog and straight away lift the left leg up to the ceiling. Bend the knee, bring the knee to your nose, knee to the left wrist, and then towards your foot behind the right wrist. Shuffle the right foot backwards, and inhale, find your pigeon. So we're in pigeon. If you need a block or a book, or you use a blanket or a bolster, place it underneath your bum so you can find a stable, grounded feeling. And then bring the elbows down. Maybe straighten the arms in front of you. Enjoy the hip opening. But also take the time to reflect. What in your mindset can you change to experience more abundance? When you're ready, slowly make your way out. Come onto your hands. If you have something underneath your bum, take it away and roll over to the right. Take the right foot and bring it towards the left foot. So both soles come together. And we're in Baddha Konasana, or butterfly pose. On an inhale, find length. On an exhale, come forward. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come forward. Last one, inhale. And exhale, maybe grab your toes. Maybe hold on to your ankles. Maybe bring the elbows towards the outside of the shins. And relax here. Wherever you are, relax your head, neck, and shoulders. And take a final moment to reflect. Or a final moment just to be with yourself. Without any distractions. Without all the things that you have to do or you tell yourself you have to do. Take one more big deep breath in. And make your way up, coming into a comfortable seat or meditation pose. Bring your hands on your knees. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and backwards. Lengthen the spine. And I like to keep my hands up to the ceiling this time. To really create that openness. Abundance means to have enough. To have a lot. But also just to be happy with everything that you have already. Far too often we strive for things that we don't necessarily need. And even though they make us happy temporarily, they're not the answer that we are searching for. Because at the end of the day, what more than yourself, basic needs, and a positive mindset do you really need? Namaste.